Hi, I'm Charletta Rozzell, and I'll be playing Natalie in The Fifth Room. Natalie is super loving. She has a very beautiful family that she's devoted to and that she loves very, very much. Natalie is supportive and strong. She's that black woman that holds everybody down, like any other black mother, you know. And she supports her family, and she's strong, and she's that friend that everyone goes to. Natalie is also very resilient, and in her fear of leaving the house, she creates a system to stay alive, and that's what I admire about her. That she's resilient, and she figured out a strategy that's going to keep her going. You know, she still manages control, and even though it's not really control, and you'll see in the movie what I'm talking about, she has a system and strategies to stay alive and to continue to function. And that's what I really admire about her, because I don't know if I would have been the same way or done the same things that she has to stay alive. My thoughts about mental health is that it's super important. I think that a lot of black people, the black community, I think that we don't think it is that important. We were always taught, like, you keep the house business inside, you know, you don't talk about certain things, and you just learn to cope and get over it, right? With whatever tragic event or traumatic event, you just, you know, oh, it's fine, baby, you know, and it's like a hush on the back and things like that. I think there's a lot of things that happen that should be talked about, or, you know, where we shouldn't keep quiet about. If a tragic event happens, I think that we normalize it and we just move on. And I think that's what makes us so resilient. And then other populations as well. It's shunned to go for help. It's the stigma that you're crazy if you're going to see a therapist. I'm so glad that now we're at a place where people are more open to get help. And it's not such a bad thing, but I still think we got a long way to go. I think The Fifth Room will help people to realize how important mental health is, and how important it is to get help, and how important it is to check on that friend that probably experienced something that you think, oh, it happened so long ago, they're fine. No, we're human, and we go through things and we experience things. And for a lot of things that are normalized, especially in the black community, I don't think it should be silenced, and I don't think it should go unnoticed. So I'm happy that I'm a part of a project, The Fifth Room, that it magnifies all of that. I got a degree in mental health counseling, not because I wanted to really be somebody's therapist, but I really wanted to figure out what was wrong with me. I always felt like something was wrong with me. And I remember going to a church, and I remember this lady saying, you got a dark cloud over your head, and you've had that dark cloud over your head since you were a little girl. And I felt like that was very true. And it resonated with me, because growing up, understanding that I was depressed. And therapy actually helped me get to the root of why. It wasn't until I went into my grad school program and they told me, Charletta, you are responsible for engaging in 12 individual sessions. And I was like, what? And they were like, yeah, you got to go through your stuff before you help someone with theirs. And that was so powerful, because the healing and the understanding and awareness that I got in that was phenomenal, and it beat any other experience. And another thing that I've learned is that mental health and therapy doesn't always have to happen in the therapy room. It can happen at church, it can happen in a discussion, it can happen through the arts, which I'm so glad to be a part of this particular project, because it'll bless you. Well, first of all, I've never played a character like Natalie before, so that excites me. Another thing about the script is the content. So it's clearly a platform to educate people, Black people, and people of all colors about mental health, and to eradicate the stigma around mental health, and that it's not important when it definitely is. And I have a dope team. I'm so excited to work.